Hello and welcome to another edition of Cinder's Playground. I am your host, Cinder. Today, I want to talk about the decline of Xbox. There was a time where Xbox was the shit for that 360 era, and that still brings back fond memories to me. That was when I really got into Call of Duty. You know, we got World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, the Black Ops game, the first three. And it's just like, eek. Oh, not only that, like I said, that's when I really got into competitive fighting games, like Street Fighter 4. I'm like, I lived on that every day playing that game, man. Um, Sending cats back to the lobby. uh, Mass Effect, probably my favorite game trilogy. Played that on the 360. And there's countless other games, Gears of War, Halo. No, um, 360 era is might be my favorite console. Put it this way, it's probably the console I had the most fun. PlayStation 2 coming in second, but very close. They're very close. But 360, man, I had it all, you know. And I loved it. That console generation went for a while too. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any numbers or stats for you. Just speaking from the heart here. And being an Xbox loyalist, it's funny too because before the original Xbox, I was a Sony guy. I bought the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, you know. And when Sony announced the PlayStation 3 and the price, I was like, well, I'm getting that. So that's switch over to the Xbox. Uh, yeah. And then I just stuck with it ever since. So Sony made the mistake losing me when charging ridiculous price for their console. Uh, and I did buy an Xbox One too because um yeah, it wasn't the best console, I'm not gonna lie. Uh but serviceable. It was serviceable. And I had that till it broke down. Then I was forced to get a Series X. I was just like, ugh, because I didn't know what to expect. I have to say, the Series X is a phenomenal machine. I do like it. Um, but I got it. But you know, from when it launched, I didn't even get it at launch because that was when we had the whole um scarcity of getting new systems, and so I think I got it a year later after launch, and when I got it, I was just like, oh man, this thing is that you could pick off on your game where you left off after you turn off the console, which is a great feature. Um, and it's it doesn't sound like a motor or a jet engine going off in my fucking bedroom. Uh, and sturdy, sturdy. Like I said, I have it on a I guess stand. Yeah, I heard of those. Um, uh, been there since, and yeah, I know. I don't know. I said I was gonna say I know they're coming out with a new system in 2027, but I don't even know if that's the case. Xbox is really up in the air. So let's get into it. First I'm gonna get the thing that happened earlier in the year, which is the layoffs, Microsoft and Xbox, which is ridiculous because I don't understand how these companies are every year they're reporting greater revenue than the year before, but yet they're letting hundreds of people. most people think it's because I'm going to hire young people who do work for Microsoft slash Xbox, pay them less than somebody who's been there for 10 years. So that's a corporate thing. So, and there was even proof where multiple people I've seen on YouTube said that that they, you know, laid off a bunch of people and then get same week post job listings for those same positions just because they want to get somebody in for cheaper. These big corporate corporations. Um, but it's all about the money. So that's what video games have come to now. No company, publisher, no console manufacturer, no studio. uh, they're all fucked. All of it. Said, I'm surprised I'm still playing. I guess I play games for that rarity that something from a small team comes out. You know, originality, not a sequel to something, backing or copying something. You know, um, so there is that hope. Expedition 33. I haven't gone. I haven't beat it. I came out here in game. Original story, beautiful world. Team's not that big from my understanding, and yeah, they, that's a game of your candidate for that. It might be the dumpster fires this year, and the year's almost up, and I have no idea what to look forward to for next year. Well, maybe Exit. That's from the original team on Massive. That's there. So I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, for 2026, nothing. Well, GTA 6. I'm on the fence about that game. Rockstar's going to charge $100 for that game. If they do, I will wait for it. That bad. But that's another video for another time. I'll probably make a GTA 6 video closer to launch. Um, but yeah, yeah, those are only two games though. Really, that's it. Nothing else for 2026. That's sad. The game industry. We had years where there were like 10 banger games in one year. You know, we don't get that anymore. We'll get like two, if we're lucky, three great games in a single year. That's sad. Out of the 100 games that come out every year, three are like worthy of the price tag they're asking. You know, sad and sickening at the same time. You know, speaking of prices, let's talk about this price hike, man. I think $60 was fair for where games were for where they are now. But $60 was it for a long time. I get that. Games have become more expensive because publishers want, you know, beautiful and other shit and money. And then not only that, you have to pay gotta pay the studio making the game. You know, studios have like a couple hundred people now. Some of them, like say Ubisoft, for example, they have teams in different parts of the world. So that's, you know, I don't even know how many employees that encapsulates. Um, you know, and it is, well, it's between $70 and $80. Nintendo's the only one who's really hit that $80 price tag. Microsoft tried to do it with Outer Worlds 2, but backlash on that, so they backed it down. Uh, and yeah, Call of Duty, 70. No, I think it's 80. Black Ops 7 will be $80. Now, I like COD. If I didn't have that Game Pass, I would not pay for that game. Would not pay for that game. $70 is ridiculous. I think the last game I physically bought and brought into my home was Red Dead Redemption 2. What is that, 5, 6 years old now? Um, yeah. Everything else I've been playing on Game Pass, pretty much. And it was worth the money, and it was the best deal in gaming. But this year we've had 2 price hikes. And now it's gonna be $30 going forward a month, which is unconceivable. Shoot, for $30 a month, we better have the entire Xbox library. I'm talking stuff going back to the original Xbox and all the Xbox 360 stuff, which we don't have. I know that because there's certain games that I love that I type in the store and they're not there. Um, so yeah, $30 a month. That's a little ridiculous. I told my friend, one of my friends, that oh boy, that's it's a little ridiculous, man. And I think I'm gonna pay for November just because I want to try Black Ops 7. After that, though, I'm cutting killing it. You know, I will go back to Black Ops maybe in a few months. Um, I just want to try it out for the first. So then after that, killing it, killing my Xbox Game Pass subscription. And I don't blame everybody for canceling Game Pass subscription because $30 is too much. What are you doing? That was the one thing Xbox can hang their hat on, is that their Game Pass was the best deal in gaming. You know, I mean, I can even live with $20, man. It's $20 in the grand scheme of things. Um, we're getting a assload of games. Isn't that bad? You know. But 30, they, I think they were just gonna keep pushing it until they got a certificate. They did. So I'm curious, are they gonna stick to their guns on? They're gonna either stick to their guns, keep it at 30, or they better give us some more shit, more incentives. Um, subscribe to the Game Pass, because just having all these old Ubisoft classic games they added um this week, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna download Assassin's Creed Odyssey out of the, and different from Assassin's Creed, but that's just me. Um, but no, I want all that shit from the 360, and for that $30, I want all that shit, man. The same thing with Nintendo's fucking live service library or whatever. They don't have all the Nintendo, and I know that because I talk to people who have Switch. You know that, that. It's just like, well, what are we paying for? Second tier games, you know. Uh, so yeah, it's ridiculous. Now let's move on to consoles. As I mentioned before, it is rumored that new consoles would be out in 2027. So basically, we're in like 2 year gap here for the rest for these current systems. Um, and usually when systems get old, they get cheaper. They don't get more expensive. This is the most ridiculous ass backwards thing I've ever seen from a company. And a company that makes money, billions of dollars, and yet they make stupid decisions like this. Why would you raise the price of a console that's 5 years old now? It should go the other way, Microsoft, not up, you know. And I tell you this much: if new Xbox or PlayStation, uh, in 8, $900 mark, then there will be looking into building himself a. because at that point I'm not that far off as far as prices go. Plus, I have Steam, all these other launch. Steam has everything the consoles. Yeah. So this might be my last console I have right now. They raised $900. I'm like, shit, man. A few more $100, I might as well just get a goddamn computer. And that might be the way for me, you know, because they're getting too greedy, man. They really are. That's it. They've just been continuing to fuck up and make dumbass decisions. Treat people like shit. And oh, what is it? Something else? Oh yeah, canceling games. Yeah, another thing. There was a couple games that were canceled. I don't have them up on my. Yeah, canceling games. You know. Oh, Fable. That's the one I was talking about. Fable is just like, bro. I mean, we're looking for Fable. We've been dying for a new Fable. Not that this one looks any good either. You know, you'd like to see it. Give it a shot. It's a mess. It really is. Xbox has no idea what. They should just pull a Sega now and just license their shit off for other systems. I think that might be the way they go. Um, because at this point, man, nobody's really clamoring for a new Xbox. I mean, these are just some like Scalebound. That's like a couple years. They canceled the Perfect Dark game remake, which I was looking forward to because the trailer looked awesome, but that's not a thing anymore. Um, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Halo either. 343, even though they renamed their Halo still three there. And I think Bonnie, who's the name Archer 343, I think she left at least. um, but yeah, I have no faith in a Halo game. Um, Borderlands was the other one that's supposed to come out. Canceled. Uh, it's supposed to be a new Avengers game, not that crappy one. New Avengers game that got scrapped. I don't know if the Iron Man game is gonna come out or the Wonder Woman game. Like like I said, so yeah, people were working on these games, sinking their lives into this um business and to these titles. You know, it's like especially nah, we're not gonna do that now. So the 2 years or 4 years in some cases wasted in your life. Yeah, back it up. We're gonna put you on something else. You know, I would be kind of perturbed with that. Like, force me to like hand in my papers, man. Like, hey, you know what? Nah, can't do this. That's why I think a lot of these guys are leaving the big studios and creating small studios so they can be their own boss. Um, I don't blame. You know, that seems to be the way to go because work for let's Microsoft, EA, Activision. Yeah, you're you're gonna do what they top are the ones who call the shots. The people at the top have no idea what. Yeah, they know they make money doing games, sell games and microtransactions, but they don't know what's into it. You know, to make these things happen, they don't know the stupid decisions that they create to turn customers off. Uh, so one last thing I'm gonna hit on, and that is the politics in games. Oh boy, there's politics in everything. Like I said, invaded my comics, invaded my movies, and for God's, please stop it. Um, that fucking dumpster fire. What was that game from? Sony Studios. Oh god, that god awful game with the fucking shitty ass hero shooter game. You guys know what I'm talking. Oh god, like I said, I'm not even a Sony guy, and like I said, I knew that that game was gonna be trash. Uh, I knew the game was gonna be trash just by looking at it. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. And from information I've gathered on that game, it's just like, yeah, when they were making it, Guardians of the Galaxy was like the thing, like the move, so they kind of modeled their game after that. But not knowing there was a good Guardians of the Galaxy game that came out 2 years ago. Because supposedly this game took 4 years or even 6 years, I think, something like that, to make. Um, and that's what they came up with. It took 6 years to make that piece of crap. Um, yeah, that's Concord. That's it. Okay, I found it. Concord. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that was Dumpster Front and Half. I don't think I've ever seen it shut down in 2 weeks ever. I mean, sure, these are games that debuted. Um, oh, but they were crappy state like the day before, like that train happened. You know, those boys just took the money and run. That overpromise, man. That's another. I think a lot of these times, a lot of these studios do overpromise, man. Day before is a perfect example of that. Now, but Concord, yeah, that was a train. What was that other game too? That's the very game. And I had no interest, even though it was on Game Pass. I chose not to download it. I'm like, I'm not gonna waste time or space the console for that. Oh god. I will say this though. Like I said, I know a lot of people shit on Starfield. It's fine. Like that game. Depending on going back to it. Been probably, I think, almost a year since I last played it. But they made improvements, bug fixes, and stuff like that. So it should be a better game. So I'm looking forward to diving back into that. But aside from that, yeah, Xbox. Um, I know nobody from hear this, but this is just to you, the common man. People like me. What the backward way to run a company? It really is. It's sad, but my friends always tell me it's like, oh, I mean, are now you're gonna get a PlayStation? I'm like, probably not, man. I'm gonna go down with the ship. I'm gonna go down with the ship. Yeah, play my Xbox since I can't play it. Anyway, guys, I don't even know time, but I don't want to make this too terribly long. So, thank you for hearing me rant and rave about Xbox and you know hold it on itself. And I know there are hundreds of videos on YouTube about this, already, but I figured if you follow me, you might to get my take on it. That's what it is. Um, doesn't look good for their future, if I'm being 100% honest. Like I said, I probably will not get another console uh going forward, and gaming is dying. Losing its soul, that thing. So tell me in the comments, what do you think about the sad state of Xbox? And do you have hope for the video game industry as a whole? Things are going to get better, or they're just going to continue to get worse? Let me know in the comments. I'm Cinder. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram at Cinder666. I post updates about the channel, geek news, and just funny shit I find on the internet. I do that same thing over there on TikTok, where same thing, Cinder666. My internet Dona. Also, I'll post video game clips up there too. Short, not doing any play sessions anymore. Just me. It's not good for me. So we'll see some. And if this is your first time listening to me, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm looking to hit that 200 mark in a year, a year from now. So by the end of, actually, I hope to be past 200. Like I said, it's been a slow build, and yes, I know I've taken multiple breaks, but sometimes you gotta step away, man, and not be doing it just. Gotta have the. So, yeah, comment your thoughts about Xbox instead of Xbox. Also, you can always let me know anything subject you want to tackle, talk about my take on. Happy to do that. Watch my previous video. I'm telling you that's the way I'm doing things right now. Commentary. That's about it. Probably gonna do tier lists too in the future. So tier lists aren't going away. You guys seem to like my food tier list, so I think I'm gonna keep that going. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's it. I am Cinder, and until next time, I will talk to you guys later.